The most recent former Teen Mom star to end up in trouble with the authorities is Ryan Edwards. Following the issuance of 2 warrants for his arrest, the 35-year-old was taken into custody for aggravated stalking of his estranged wife, Mackenzie, and contravening a protective order. Janelle Evans takes the handcuff cake, having been arrested over 15 times. In 2010, she was first arrested along with her boyfriend at the time, Kiefer Delp. That was just the start of her multi-year crime spree. Her charges include breaking and entering and drug possession in 2010, cyberstalking in March 2012, possession of heroin, possession of paraphernalia, and simple assault on her husband at the time, Cortland Rogers, in April 2013, and driving without a license in February 2015. On February 24 of this year, Nathan Griffith, the father of Janelle Evans' child, was taken into custody and charged with domestic abuse by strangulation. The former teen mom was restrained in Florida's Delray Beach. Nathan appeared awake and unfazed in his mugshot, which was uploaded to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's inmate site. According to TMZ, cops received a 911 call from Nathan's brother-in-law, William, who claimed the former reality star lost it, choked an unnamed woman, and dragged her up the stairs. When officers arrived to the scene, Nathan allegedly claimed there was no fight, and any scratches on his body were from sex. However, the woman reportedly claimed Nathan had gotten physically violent toward her. David Eason is another one of Janelle's former partners who has gotten in trouble with the cops multiple times. Back in 2020, David was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon and making verbal threats. When David was first arrested, Janelle claimed she had split up with him permanently. However, she later took him back. Janelle asked James Spivey and another friend to help her remove her belongings from their shared house after the couple quarreled for a week. After David unlawfully and knowingly assaulted James with a Springfield handgun by beating the alleged victim in the back of his neck and on his back with the handgun, a fight broke out during the visit. David posted bail shortly after his arrest. In 2021, he was arrested again for driving with a revoked license and open container of alcohol. He was held on a $750 bond and was bailed out through a bondsman. A fight broke out during the visit when David unlawfully and willfully assaulted James with a Springfield handgun by hitting the alleged victim in the back of the neck and on his back with the handgun. David posted bail shortly after his arrest. In 2021, he was arrested again for driving with a revoked license and open container of alcohol. He was held on a $750 bond and was bailed out through a bondsman. He agreed to serve 18 to 36 months in a state correctional institution with 3 years probation, but he was detained in February 2020 on an outstanding warrant for skipping bail in New Jersey just 6 days after serving his term. After he visited Salem, New Jersey, his hometown, police allegedly took him up. He posted bail and was let out of jail. Amber has sadly been one of the stars who has had plenty of run-ins with authorities and has gotten arrested a handful of times. She was first arrested in December 2010 and charged with 2 felony counts of domestic battery, 1 felony count of neglect of a dependent, and 1 misdemeanor count of domestic battery. These charges were pressed after MTV caught on camera the violent fight between her and Gary Shirley, with whom she shares her daughter, Leah. She pleaded guilty to the 2 counts of domestic battery. In 2011, she was arrested a second time for violating her probation and had to spend Christmas in a jail cell. A year later, she failed to complete her court-ordered rehab program and backed out of her plea deal on a felony drug charge in May 2012. She was sentenced to serve 2 or more years in an Indiana prison. After getting out of jail, Amber went right back as she was arrested again in 2019. This time, she was charged with felony domestic battery charges in Indiana in July 2019 after a fight with her second baby daddy, Andrew Glenn. Teen Mom, Young and pregnant star Kiaya Elliott was arrested on 3 assault and gun charges in 2021. The Teen Mom star was arrested after a fight allegedly broke out at a party in Virginia on March 21, the Ashley's Reality Roundup reported. Kiaya reportedly got involved in the altercation while attending the bash with her on-off girlfriend, Tiza. A guy eventually jumped into the fight, and Kiaya claimed he pulled out a gun and pointed it at her. A source told the outlet. Kiaya wasn't really injured.